I'm Jasmine Anderson. Happy Halloween, everyone. First in Newsday, the state attorney just released a report that finds a stark gap in home ownership among different races. Letitia James's office found white households own their homes at nearly double the rate of households headed by Black and Latinos across the state. And across all income and credit score ranges, Blacks and Latinos are denied mortgages at higher rates. Those results are similar to what Newsday discovered in our LI Divided investigation in 2019. Newsday sent undercover testers of all different backgrounds to pretend to buy a home and recorded their interactions with real estate agents.
The group with the highest disparate treatment or evidence of disparate treatment was among our Black testers, 49%. Among the Asian testers, it was 19%. Among the Hispanic testers, it was 39%.
The state's attorney's office recommends that state legislation to address the problem, including offering a subsidy for down payments and interest rates for first-generation home buyers of color. Read more about the report and to see our LI Divided investigation on Newsday.com and click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. Happening today, jury deliberations expected to begin today in the trial of the Hempstead woman accused of killing an NYPD detective from Long Island. Prosecutors say Jessica Bouvet was driving drunk when she hit and killed Detective Anastasio Sakos of East Northport. It happened on the LIE in Queens in 2021.
And after she did it, she fled the scene. Who does that? Someone that doesn't deserve to be on the streets of the city of New York or anywhere else in this world. She deserves to be behind bars where she belongs.
Yesterday in court, the widow of Sakos told jurors about the final private moment she had with her husband at the hospital. Irene Sakos said she prayed for God to wake her up from the nightmare she was living. Police are looking to identify a man whose remains were found at Sunken Meadows State Park. Investigators found the body in Kings Park yesterday. They have not said if the death is criminal in nature. A hunt today for the vandals responsible for anti-Semitic vandalism in Montauk. The messages of hate were found at Ditch Plains Beach, in a parking lot, and other locations. The community holding signs that read, "No place for hate," and Montauk Strong is preaching a message of hope, support, and tolerance.
Look at your neighbors and friends coming out to share light in the face of darkness. This is what our community is about.
Investigators are checking surveillance video to help identify the suspects. Governor Hochul will address New Yorkers about hate crimes and hate speech this morning. It comes a day after she visited Cornell University to denounce threats against the Jewish community there. A Long Island mom is in court today accused of leaving her 10-month-old son in the car alone. Amber Rose Denhi of West Hempstead was arrested yesterday in Franklin Square. Police say she found her infant son crying alone in a parking lot behind Lidl. They were able to get out safely. Matthew Perry's former Friends co-stars are reacting publicly to his death for the first time. In a joint statement to People, Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, and Matt LeBlanc and David Schwitzer say, quote, "We are also so utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew. We were more than just castmates. We are all family. There is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable moment." Now, Perry was found dead at his Los Angeles home on Saturday at age 54. It may take weeks to determine his cause of death. Of course, we will keep you updated. LI votes. We are 1 week away from Election Day. Are you ready? And overdevelopment, traffic safety are two of the biggest issues in Huntington right now. Macy Egland and Deborah Morris have the story you'll see only in Newsday.
We are in Huntington at Town Hall with Newsday's Huntington Town reporter Deborah Morris talking about the issues residents here are concerned about as they head to the polls this November. Deborah goes to all those town hall meetings, knows all the happenings here. Some of these comprehensive plans are quite old. Tell us about that.
Huntington's Horizon 2020, well, it's 2023 now, it's out of date, so the town supervisor has said that he needs to redo the comprehensive plan, which is a land development plan to figure out how to bring Huntington into the future. Some residents are concerned that there's too much development coming into the town. So some civic groups have mobilized and they've joined forces because they realize that there's strength in numbers. And so they come to the town board to lobby to say that we don't want more development. And that could be some civic group in Dix Hills joining with another civic group in Huntington to get the message across.
What's been a top of mind for residents lately?
Speeding. Few residents have been coming to town hall lobbying the town board because they're concerned about speeding on residential streets, on main streets, and they want the town to do something. And the town has been responding, banning trucks on some streets and putting up stop signs to slow things down.
Okay, so some safety concerns. A few things top of mind for residents here in Huntington. Deborah, thanks for breaking it down for us.
Thank you.
Read more about the issues in Huntington and what matters in your town on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Happy Halloween, everybody. Long Island children are getting ready to hit the streets for trick-or-treating today. Public health officials are raising concerns that children could mistakenly ingest edible marijuana.
Children can mistake edibles for regular food or candy. Since marijuana use has been legalized in some states, unintentional poisonings in children have increased, with some instances requiring emergency medical care. Consuming marijuana can make children very sick, requiring hospitalization, including admissions to the ICU.
Officials recommend parents go trick-or-treating with their children, and inspect their candy before they eat it. You may need a sweatshirt or a jacket over that costume. Partly cloudy today, highs around 51 degrees. Nothing too spooky for you, but tonight for all our trick-or-treaters, you want to layer up. We do dip down into the 40s. Tomorrow, rain returns with highs in the mid-40s. And here's a look at your futurecast. Overnight, we'll start to see some of that rain come in, but we dry out by tomorrow night. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated. High School Sports is sponsored by PC Richard & Son.
I'm Carissa Kelman. We begin with a pivotal game in Suffolk's Division II football, North Babylon and West Babylon. Jawara Keehee carried North Babylon to a big win. Take a look, breaking tackles all the way to the end zone. Long Island's leading rusher had another monster game. He ran for 220 yards on 22 carries and scored 4 touchdowns. For West Babylon, QB Elijah Outlaw hit Thomas Rocco Mandato for this touchdown as time wound down, but it was too little, too late. The Bulldogs beat the Eagles 35-28.
We just kept on running, blocking hard and everything. We kept opening up the holes, and I just be creative, and my other running back too.
How did you see your line help you out today to get those runs going?
They blocked for me, they work extra hard. They always open up holes every game.
The win moved North Babylon to 7-1. They are now the top seed headed into the playoffs, hosting Deer Park in a quarterfinal next week. West Babylon, now 6-2, will host Northport. And it was a thriller in Suffolk's Division III as Half-Hollow Hills West beat West Hampton. I was there as quarterback Joseph Filardi logged 601 yards. It was one of the most historic performances by a quarterback in Long Island history. Two teams at 5-2 searching for a top playoff spot. This one wasn't going to be easy. Hills West junior quarterback Joseph Filardi opens the scoring with a touchdown strike to Michael Redd. But West Hampton quarterback Will Gambino answers with this pass to Heath Sumwalt, and he takes it 40 yards. The extra point ties the score at 7. And it's going back to Hills West. This time Filardi finds Jesse Brooks for another score. But West Hampton's Nolan Michalowski is out to prove he's unstoppable. He puts up 2 back-to-back touchdown runs to give the Hurricanes a 2-score lead. Filardi cuts the deficit down to 1 score with this keeper, but Michalowski is a force Hills West struggles to stop. He adds 2 more rushing touchdowns in the third quarter as West Hampton leads 35-20. But don't count out Filardi and the Colts just yet. It's the fourth quarter and he's just getting started. Filardi connects with Mason Reich on this 29-yard pass. Michalowski scores one final run to put the Hurricanes up 42-27. Filardi then scores his own run, and get this, the first punt of the game comes from West Hampton with 5 minutes left. Hills West will take over at its own 19, and Filardi finds Michael Redd again to make it 42-40 with 3 minutes left. West Hampton is forced to punt again, and Filardi is prepared to take the lead. His final pass finds the hands of Anthony Rayo for a touchdown with 13 seconds left. He adds the 2-point conversion pass to Mason Reich as Hills West defeats West Hampton 48-42. Filardi totaled an astounding 601 yards, completing 36 of his 56 passes and rushing 31 times for 245 yards.
Try to be a play creator and just do what I can do to help my team win and just put points on the board for us.
A really good player. He sees the field well. He understands what they're trying to do against him, and he finds those holes, and he really doesn't get us into trouble, which keeps us moving the ball.
For more on these teams and more exclusive local sports stories, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Brookhaven National Lab is looking to build a new $3 billion first-on-Earth electron-ion collider. Sherry Einhorn has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
It's very rare and it's very exciting.
Brookhaven National Laboratory's new director says she was lured to Long Island from California, excited about plans for a $3 billion project.
Starting in 2025, a brand new electron-ion collider will be built right here. And once it's operational, it will be the only one on the entire planet.
I'm a collider physicist by background, theoretical physicist, so I did many physics studies to motivate the construction of new colliders, none of which ever got built during my entire career.
Touted as the crown jewel of the lab, Hewitt says the new collider will have a huge impact on basic science.
For science, what it will do is it will uncover what's inside the nuclei, the particles that make up the nuclei of an atom.
On technology,
what we learn now will be the basis of new technology 50 years from now. And that has proven itself over and over again.
And the workforce.
This type of science is in the newspapers, in the headlines. It really draws students into the field, into physics, into science in general.
We also got a tour of the Light Source 2. It's a circular ring that accelerates electrons and then produces photons. Scientists use it to conduct experiments on new materials, dating artifacts, clean energy, and vaccine research. A new welcome center is also under construction here, scheduled to open next summer. Home to a 300-seat auditorium, the lab will be able to host science forums and public lectures, not to mention attracting scientists from around the globe, like the world-renowned Center for Advanced Science in Europe.
We're going to be the CERN of the United States.
At Brookhaven National Laboratory, I'm Sherry Einhorn for Newsday TV.
Very cool. Read more about BNL on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Taking Halloween decorations to the next level. One local home is bringing Stranger Things to life on their lawn. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday.
We always do a lot of decorating for Halloween, and we just wanted to do something different starting last year. And I really wanted to do something unique, and we came up with Stranger Things. And just really, you know, like Andrea was saying before, we wanted to just do something that nobody else had. And, you know, last year we had probably about 6,000 or 7,000 people come see the house, and it's about half the size of what it was that it is this year. So we added a bunch of things and different creatures from the show. You know, it's trickery, some of it. You know, it's my skeletons from years past that I just looked up on YouTube and found different ways to, put skin on them and make them look realistic. I mean, if I had to put a time frame on it, 100, 200 hours probably total, to do everything. And then the setup is usually, I started the last week in September and we kind of finished up last weekend.
And
nice.
It's great to see the people who are huge Stranger Things fans come. When they come, they're amazed at all the, the different characters, and they know all the characters. Be like, oh, it's Eddie, oh, it's Barb, oh, they know the characters. So that's kind of cool when, the real huge Stranger Things fans come.
I wonder if there's any Eggo waffles in the fridge. Read more about local Halloween displays on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
There's nothing like when you finish a story, you have this product that goes out to the world and hopefully brings some truth to, society.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Happy Halloween, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.